Hey Crestwood, happy Wednesday to you all. Hope you are doing well. This is another of the backyard devotionals, which I am very happy to bring you on this Wednesday, August 14th, which also happens to be my and Amy's third anniversary. So lots to celebrate and even more to celebrate this morning. Some of you may have heard that we are moving this house that has served us so well for 3 years, a little over 3 years. We're now moving to a house that gives us a little more space, which we're excited about. A lot of joy comes with that. I'm thinking about transitions today and all that goes with that. We're transitioning into this new house and all the joy and excitement, but there's rarely an event that is all happy or all sad. There's very few things I can think of that don't have some sort of mixture of both. So for us, this move means that we will not be able to keep our chickens. So I came out here so you get one more look at them as they are eating some of their treats. But the house where we're going won't allow us to have chickens, so we are rehoming them to actually a former church member who lives out on a farm in Paris and has 2 daughters who are very excited to get our chickens. But I'm realizing that in the midst of the excitement of this move, there's also the sadness for Amy and me of this chapter in our life closing. The chapter in this house, which was our first home. Well, it's really our second home. We bought a tent together, but I don't know if that counts. But our first real home together, where our marriage started 3 years ago. It's the end of a chapter for Amy as a chicken mama, owning chickens, which she has done now for more than 4 years. And so I'm just recognizing that there's a lot to be excited about, but even in the excitement, there's sadness. Just as when there's something that causes us sadness, there can also be joy in the midst of that. Life is rarely so black and white, so dichotomous that something is all one thing or the other. It always tends to have a little mixture of both. You know, I'm thinking of the Psalm verse that says, "Weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning." There's always that mixture of that. There's always that challenge to both live into the joy, but also to let yourself feel the sadness. And we're both doing that as we think about moving from this home on Carneal Road, which has been so special to us and holds so many memories for us. And so today I want you to think about the transition in your life that you've gone through, that you're going through, that you may be facing. And I want to encourage you to look at where's the joy in that transition for you. It may be mostly all joy, which is fantastic. Or where is the grief in that transition for you? Because grief is a part of those transitions. It could be a kid going off to school or back to school. It could be a move or a job change. It could be a change in a relationship, a death of a loved one. We are constantly facing transitions. I think that we would like life to never change, and yet the reality of life is we are always changing. Things are always changing around us. And so in the midst of those changes, I think the challenge for us is to let ourselves experience both the joy and the grief or the sadness that comes with those changes, that comes with those transitions, because it's ever present with us. We will never be in a place where we are not experiencing both of those as well as other emotions. So I want you to think about the transitions in your life today, and I want you to think about where's the joy in that transition, and then where's the grief. Oftentimes one of those will be hidden beneath the other because the other one is so dominant. We are so joyous about this new house that we are moving to, but there's underlying grief about the chickens, yes, I know. See, they're really wanting you to know how they feel too. Grief about the chickens, grief about leaving this house, grief about this chapter in our life closing. And so we're trying to let ourselves feel both of those things. We're not overemphasizing the joy. We're not burying the grief. I think it's important in life that we hold both of those in tension, that it's not, our goal isn't to get rid of the grief. Our goal isn't to only feel joy. Our goal is to live with both, to have the tension in us of both, and to let ourselves feel those things, trusting that Christ is with us as we do that. Christ knows what it feels like to experience amazing joy. Christ knows what it feels like to experience grief at the death of his friend Lazarus. He lived with those tensions, and he walks with us as we do so as well. So Crestwood, this morning, I want to encourage you to find the joy in your situation, and I want to encourage you to let yourself live in the grief that may be a part of that exact same situation. Weeping may indeed come for the night, but joy always comes in the morning, and we are called to live with both. I think that's what makes us a whole human being, when we let ourselves feel those range of emotions, and when we remember we're not alone. We have other people around us who've gone through those same things, And we have Jesus Christ, who knows what it's like to feel all the emotions we feel as human beings. So Crestwood, we're going to say goodbye to our chickens. They have been wonderful friends, wonderful egg producers, a wonderful source of joy for us. And there's Penny. She's not a chicken, but she likes to think she is. We're going to say goodbye to them and give thanks to God for giving the gift of the chickens to us as we look forward to the joy of this new chapter in life. I hope you have something to be joyous about today. God bless you, Crestwood.